We're gonna start off with Should I tell you what we start off with? Should I just surprise you? I'm gonna surprise you, dog. No. I'm surprising you, dog.
Throw shit.
Yeah.
Throw shit at me.
Let's go, baby. Let's fucking go.
This way. Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the away. It's like you're on.
Welcome to another edition of Time Flies Podcast. I am your host, Dariel. Thank you for tuning in. And for the listeners and viewers, you're going to hear a familiar voice. You're going to see a familiar face. To the right of me, he has come back.
Yes.
He's come back home. He's come back,
Everything
my boy
in due
Mike.
time and divine timing.
First and foremost, yo, tell everybody listening and watching how long I've been trying to get you on another fucking episode, bro.
Well, just to let everyone know, we're doing a recap of 2022. So it's been a long time. It's been some time.
Boy, it's been a minute. Dog, the last time we saw each other was we recorded that Watch the Throne episode. I posted it. Yeah, I posted it in August, but I think we recorded it in fucking July. So, dog, it's been like a minute.
Holy shit. Yeah, because
Yeah.
Push, Kendrick all came before that.
Yeah. So just tell the people what you've been up to. How's everything been?
This. I've been hiding out in the dark holes. No one could find me.
How the girls?
Working. Great, man. Doing good in school. So that's what happens. That's like you become a father, and luckily I have real friends like yourself who understand this.
Yeah.
And understand when I'm terrible at texting and
Boy,
I
are
go
you back?
4 months without a podcast. No, it's gotta be more. If it was fucking.
Nah, it's like 6 months, bro. Yo, it's like 6 months, dog. Nah, yeah, like you just said, being a father, so like, I know, and plus the holiday season and all that shit, so I was like, he's definitely, in the middle of it, gifts, family, and all that shit,
All that shit.
that's why
a lot of money being spent.
Yeah, I could imagine. So that's why I gave you some space, but we've been in contact since through texting, even though you're a horrible texter. But
for sure.
So I've been trying to get you on for a while, but like we just said, your schedule's been hella busy. So we finally found some time in the schedule. We back. Now let's get into the fucking sheets. So I've been wanting to talk to you for a fucking minute, bro. The title of this episode, we're gonna be talking about albums.
It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you.
Without a dope beat to step to.
See, that's Timberlake. I'm talking about Rakim.
You got it.
But legends, both legends.
Big facts. Yeah, so as you can tell by the name of this episode, we're going to be talking about 2022, and we're going to wrap it up with different albums, different artists. But to start off, of course, I had to have the fucking Nas aficionado in the building, baby. Come on, man.
The GOAT. What did Bad Bunny call LeBron? La Cabra.
La Cabra. Oh,
Nas is La Cabra.
Honestly, I didn't know. I know he said something, but I kind of like heard him mumble, so I didn't know what he said. But nice, good catch.
Yeah.
King's Disease 3 came out last year, obviously. Yeah. Of course, one of the better albums of 2022.
For sure.
But what I want to talk about, we didn't talk about the album when it dropped because we just said busy schedule, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
But, dude, the fuck is going on with Nas and HitBoy? Like, this is unprecedented, bro.
It is unprecedented. You don't see legends come back and do it to this level, this consistently at this point in their career in hip hop. That is unprecedented. And I'm not just saying that as like the Nas bias guy. Like there's really something going on.
Fact.
But I think that speaks to HitBoy just as much as it speaks to Nas, because I don't know if Nas would have been able to create this magic, this consistently, without someone who's just, speaking of open-minded, just open-minded and as creative as HitBoy. He literally, like, you just get the feeling that he sees an artist, he gets a feel for them, especially with a Nas. A dude like HitBoy probably grew up, bumping Nas, so he has an idea of Nas in his head, and he knows how to take that picture of Nas that he has in his head, modernize it, because he has that appeal to the younger audience too. And here we are.
Break it down, boy.
These three and Magic. This is, I mean, any Nas fan will agree that, especially prior to King's Disease 3, but Magic was like the best Nas album we had heard since
King's Disease 1, 2?
Since Life is Good, really. Life is Good was in my eyes at least, the last like unprecedented classic, and then Magic. It was just like some
Really
2021. Yeah,
we'll talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, because that it was just. It went back, and I think we spoke about it on the last recap because it came out right at the tail end of 2021.
Everybody, go check out that episode. Yeah. We had a little episode talking about Magic. Yeah.
That was like where you're seeing the meeting of, you know, Nas at his finest with his pen, and HitBoy just being able to find a production bed that appealed to the traditionalists and modernizing it, and that Magic was the appropriate fucking name for that.
Yo, but Nas sounds so fucking clean on all these albums, bro.
You know,
clean.
But there's another piece to that.
In shape.
I think it's because he doesn't need rap. He's doing this because for the love of the music, he's doing what. Yeah. If you hear the shit he's talking about on King's Disease 3, it's just some OG shit.
Yeah,
like,
a lot of it.
If his life depended on this shit, like a lot of artists, they have to do shit that might be uncomfortable for them. They might have to experiment with different producers, different sounds. Nas is like, yo, I know this guy here knows what the fuck he's doing. Me and him, we're in LA chilling. We're gonna lock in. And they fucking locked in.
Bro.
And this is a run that, like, I wish we would see out of more of our legends. Like, I want to see...
Jay!
Well, yeah. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but...
Nah, I don't think so either.
I want to see like a Ghostface Madlib run. There's certain shit that you want to see.
Oh, so you want to see like the artists?
I want to see these artists
with one producer.
We know. Look, we know that artists like Nas and Ghostface, or some of the legends, are natural born creatives. And in hip hop, you get aged out, and they have no appreciation for you after a certain point. That doesn't mean that they're not capable of still rapping their ass off, still making great music. And tell me not, whenever you hear a Ghostface verse, whether it's on a Kanye project, whether it's on that West Side Gun, whether it's on the Kendrick project, he's still like, he's still going, he's still doing what Ghost does.
Yeah,
and that's what I mean. So I think that these legends still have more in the tank as long as they're inspired. But it's a matter of if we'll get the chance to hear it. In this case specifically, we've gotten blessed, and it kind of came out of left field, but I'm happy the fuck it did, man.
It came out of left field, but the thing is that like after King's Disease 1, it's like, oh wow, Nas sounds very refreshed. He sounds very motivated.
Right.
He sounds very inspired. And then boom, another one on your head top, King's Disease 2, and then it's like
it got better.
Yes, we'll talk about it. But yeah, after King's Disease 2, everyone's like, okay, second project, and what, like less than 3 months? It's like, okay, then
he hadn't put out a project in years.
After King's Disease 2, then he drops Magic in December, I believe, and everyone's like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And then this shit, yo, like I said, it's unprecedented, and he's showing how to fucking age gracefully in fucking hip-hop, bro.
Facts.
A lot of these legends out here, they need to be I want them to be doing what Nas is doing, but at the same time, I know that this is if they're capable, and this is kind of like a lightning in a bottle situation with Nas and HitBoy. Like, they found chemistry, and they fucking freaked it, bro.
They sure
and
did.
They're still milking it. Like, I think, would you be mad with another King's Disease?
Absolutely not. I just don't know if they're gonna name it King's Disease. I think they're gonna leave it at the trilogy, but
and start like another album title.
If they got the chemistry, man, keep it going. And look, I'm happy it's happening, and it just so happens that it's happening with the guy who anyone who knows me, including yourself, knows that I've abided by this whole.
You're the Nas aficionado, bro. Like, I had to start off with this topic because, like, I know you had. I had to, but okay. So as far as the album itself, I want to talk about some of the highlights. I got the track list right here for you, my boy. Yeah, we can start anywhere, but where I want to start is what I think everyone immediately gravitated towards when Nas on Thun. Sometimes I text Hov like, nigga, this ain't over. What?
But bro, okay.
What?
So before we
the beef is still alive?
Before we even got to that point, when I heard that beat, I was like,
Thun?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the name. If anyone knows, Thun was the Queensbridge slang popularized by Nas, Mobb Deep. When you hear that, and then you hear the strings that you're hearing on Thun, and the way it knocks, and him talking about it in the expedition, My God, and not to mention the whole bar, like he just.
That whole
It's funny though but this is the Nas, and I've said this so many times on this platform. Like this is the Nas we've been waiting for, though. That you know that there's so much that goes on in this guy's head, and he's comfortable enough where he's just letting it all out. I'm sure he's had the thought to like mention the whole thing with Hov. Mm-hmm. He's never done that prior to this point, and now he's making a joke of it. Yeah. You know, and talking about, I text him like, this ain't over. Like, that's fire.
That's so fire.
For people like us, like of our generation, that is fire to hear, bro.
Yeah, because obviously they've grown up and they moved on to like a lot of like bigger things, entrepreneurship and all that. But just by that one line, now the fans of hip hop is like, okay, it's still there. Like there's still a little
competitive edge because but that's that generation. That's what made that generation great. There's just a level of competition that is there, and that shit doesn't go away. There's dudes who retired from NFL, NBA. They're still competitive long after that. That's why they do dumb shit like, you know, get involved in whatever. Yeah. Like, so.
Yeah, they just can't physically.
They just can't. They gamble. They do crazy shit. So it's there, but that was fucking absolute fire.
That line is so amazing, bro. Moments off this album, Michael and Quincy. First of all, the title alone.
First of all, how about
go ahead, hit me.
The end of the song when he's hitting the Annie, are you okay? The beats, bro.
Like when he's rapping, like he's giving these Smooth Criminal, he's giving these Dirty Dianas, he's giving you the Thrillers.
He's Nas and he's sprinkling all the references. He's been waiting to make this record. He just needed the right beat for it. Like he's had this in his head, and as far as we're concerned, in that moment when you're listening to that, it might as well be Michael Jackson and Quincy Jones.
And like, it's not the second half of the track; it's towards the end of the track. There's like a beat switch. I don't know if that's like the new thing in hip hop, but and then I think on this album especially, like HitBoy and Nas, they did it a little bit more than usual, and yeah, just like 100%. At the end of this track, just a beat switch is like, yeah, I'm with it. Like I'm here for it. I don't care.
Absolutely.
This whole album is just so clean, bro. All the albums are clean. I mean, yeah. So we have the track list right here behind me. Those are the two songs that like
Reminisce with the Mary J sample. Are you kidding me?
Thank you very much, my guy. That's why I got you here. Thank you for pointing it out. Of course, that shit is crazy. The Reminisce.
And who didn't love, like, if you just love R&B and you did your homework, even if you're not of the age, like myself, it's not like I was listening to, you know, Mary J's first album in real time. I was fucking 4 years old, 5 years old. Yeah. But when you go back, like, who doesn't love that opening segment of Reminisce when she's just letting it fly before the beat kicks in, and that's what they choose to flip? Like, are you fucking joking?
Was Reminisce on My Life or was it on What's the 411?
Reminisce was on What's the 411. So it's
debut, debut. Real quick.
And you know Nas and Mary, they got that history there. My guy Nas, that's another thing. Everyone talks about the snipers of today, right? Because social media, it exposes it. You got the Drake, you got the French, you got guys who you know are putting in work. They might not be so out in the open.
Yeah.
That's the original guy. The only rapper that Sade dated. That man right there. Who else is Sade in the hip hop community given time to?
The fucking goddess.
Come on.
The goddess. Another track that I love is I'm on fire, talking his shit, just like, yo, I know I'm the shit right now. Like, I know y'all talking about me. I know y'all not expecting this from me, and I'm coming through in the clutch.
Oh yeah,
I'm on fire, bro. And the beat is fire. The beat is smooth.
Simple, and it's just like
I'm on fire.
That's when like those minimalist beats is when you get Nas opening up, and who has a better pen than Nas? Once a man, twice a child. Not to rush the sequence. But
nah, so. No, it's all good. I'm not gonna lie. Once a man, twice a child. Like, it's cool, but I'm not going to it. You with it?
Yeah, love it.
Oh, first time?
Yeah.
Talking about listening to Kendrick, NWA. Love it. Love it. Don't Shoot, the last song, talking about, you know, if there's no more violence against black people. That's a important topic.
Nas, like, way to out his album. Like.
Yeah.
You know.
Like I said a little earlier, I said Nas is showing these guys how to age gracefully. Two rappers that I've been thinking about while listening to these albums to prepare for the pod. One is Jay. Jay, he's not gonna do this album after album after album, but Jay's dropping. He dropped 444. What, back in like 2014?
2017.
Oh wow, okay, I was way early. Yeah, 2017, and we haven't heard an album since.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I still see stuff on the internet and it's like, Jay's the best rapper right now. I'm like, how is he the best rapper right now if he doesn't have material, bro?
You know what the thing is, and I mean, the thing is, people are gonna run with what they run with. Jay,
but that's logical. This is facts. You need material in order to be considered.
Okay, but they could also make the argument. It's not my argument, but they could also make the argument. Whenever the man chooses to drop a verse, it's culture shifting.
No, 100%.
You know, so whether it's the shit with Meek, what's free verse, whether it's the
but those are verses, bro. Those are verses.
Right, but
Nas is dropping projects.
Yeah, and I mean, this is the thing. It's like artist versus rapper, and if you're talking about just rapping ability, of course Jay's always gonna have it. Jay's always gonna have it. Yeah, if you're talking, in my opinion, I mean, Nas takes the cake. He's putting out projects of work that are just.
The reason why I bring it up is because out of the 6 months that we didn't see each other, I think Complex has a show called Brackets with Brian B. Miller.
Yes.
You know that show? Yep. Okay, cool. And I think one of the topics one day was like, who's the best rapper right now? And I'm pretty sure the answer was Jay-Z. The winner was Jay-Z. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, dog. And it was because of the God Did verse, which we might be talking about next. Yeah. But it was because of the God Did verse. That verse is great. Come on, you can't be the best rapper right now off a verse, dog. And when Nas is dropping 4 fucking projects, that shit got me so tight. And it goes into this whole Nas always being overlooked. And then when he's compared to Jay, it's just like, I'm a little upset at myself because I remember in high school, like, I was the Jay guy and you were the Nas guy. You were always trying to put me on. Yeah. And then it just later on, then I started listening to Nas and then I started appreciating him a lot more. But that's always going to be Nas. He's always going to be overlooked, bro.
The thing is with... And I'm not saying this from like, an arrogant standpoint, but in order to appreciate Nas the right way, your palate has to be more developed in hip hop. Because Nas is gonna do things. He's gonna talk about shit. He's gonna go different places with his music. That, it's not, for the majority of people in high school, and they're not gonna be receptive towards it. Jay always knew, I guess, or had a sensibility as to how to keep up with the time and appeal to younger generations, whether it was, collaborating with certain producers, content matter. He knew what he was doing, where I feel like Nas is the truer artist in that regard, where he didn't give a fuck and he kind of just did what he wanted to do.
So yeah, he wasn't trying to appeal to the masses. I feel what you're saying.
I love Jay though too. Jay is in there in my top 5.
Ever?
Nas is a little higher. Honestly, I'm at the point though, and it's been like this for a minute. Whenever I see HitBoy is producing something, I'm gonna check it out. Even if 100%. It's an artist I don't necessarily, mess with like that, I trust HitBoy's quality that much that if I see whether it's a song, a project, I'm gonna check for HitBoy. I think he's fucking fire.
What I was gonna say is that he made one of the best hip hop songs of all time with Paris.
Yeah.
But like, that was when he was young.
Yep.
Like, kind of just in the game. And like, based off what he's been doing just alone on the last 2 years, 2-3 years, like, what else is he gonna do, bro?
But the thing is,
Paris was a fucking masterpiece, dog.
That was only one chamber that he had. One chamber was the biggest song on earth.
It's crazy. Just like, he was like he was just tapping into what he could really do, you know what I'm saying? And now, like, it's gonna be crazy, man. Okay, where I'm gonna go is, we gotta do the ranking of the HitBoy era.
Oh, of the HitBoy.
Yeah, of the HitBoy Nas era. We're ranking King Disease 1 through 3 and Magic. Where does everyone lie?
Yeah.
So I guess I'll break the ice. So I know King's Disease 1 is the best for me. Is their best album for me. Okay. King Disease 1, when that shit dropped, bro, it stopped me in my fucking tracks. Mm-hmm. Just how clean, how inspired, how in shape Nas was sounding. And again, it felt modern, and it didn't feel like he was trying hard. It felt like he just wanted to do it, and he just showing them like, yo, I can still do this. He connects with HitBoy, and he drops, in my opinion, a classic. I think King's Disease is a classic. That's just me. And then on top of that, he has songs with Charlie Wilson, Cardi 5. Cardi 5 is like a beautiful summertime song, and it dropped in August, I believe.
Yeah. And
I remember I was in LA, and I was like taking a bus at the time, and dog, like, I was just bopping to that album the whole time, and it was in the summer, and it just felt good. And then my favorite song out of all the tracks, bro, is fucking "Replace Me" with Don Toliver.
Yeah.
Dog, that and Big Sean, bro. That's just Donnie could do no fucking wrong, bro. I love his fucking features, the way he adds like melodies to the tracks.
No, Don Toliver is a talent.
That was just like a very cohesive mesh between all three of them. But I know that's my number one.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
I feel like
you just start wherever you want to start to.
The King's Disease saga went in the exact order of its progression.
Really?
So I feel like King's Disease 1, a very good album. You could still tell there were more HitBoy elements, more Nas elements on this track, more HitBoy here, more like the Don Toliver feature. Like you could tell there was, you know, HitBoy was kind of pulling the strings on that one, throwing Big Sean on there too.
It gets kind of hard to replace me.
And then you get your Nas records.
So you got King's Disease 1 as their best album?
No. So it goes in the natural progression. We're doing it from the bottom, gotcha.
No. I just started with my number one because I just started with number one. You can start however you want to start.
So I'll give you my synopsis. So King's Disease 1
is at the
bottom. Then King's Disease 2, because now you're starting to see the integration of both the artistries, and now it's like it's becoming a thing. It's like, oh no, there's something going on here, and now they're getting more comfortable with each other, and you're starting to hear it in the music.
Of course, I understand.
I struggle though with King's Disease 3 and Magic, because I still like. There's just something that stuck with me from the second I heard the first track on Magic. It was Sincere. It was just, as soon as I heard that shit, he was just...
That beat is insane, dog.
It was like a flashback to It Was Written Nas. Like, and when I heard that, and that's the demeanor that album kept the entire time, I was like, I don't know. You know what? I'm just fucking...
Magic number one?
Magic number one.
No, my knock on Magic is only 9 tracks, bro. It's only fucking 9 tracks. It's the shortest album.
Illmatic too.
But you can't compare it to Illmatic, bro. Illmatic is one of the pillars of hip hop, dog.
That was only 9 tracks if you take away the intro.
I'm with you, but every one of those 9 tracks is almost basically a fucking classic, bro. You can't say that about Magic, dog.
Is kind of debatable, but...
Okay, no, that's okay. I'm actually there with you. That's one song.
Can we pull up the track list for Magic? No.
No, yeah, of course, yeah.
Let's pull up the track list for Magic. We're gonna go through it.
Speechless, bro.
Speechless.
The way that shit when the ding! Oh no, stop. Do you remember? I posted something because when we dropped the first Nas and HitBoy episode like a year ago or whatever, I posted something on Instagram and it was Nas's reaction in the studio listening to this beat for the very first time. Bro, he literally like got up out of his seat, dog. He got up out of his seat. He was like, "Yo, what are you doing?"
It gives me chills. Like even just hearing it right now.
All right, so let's go.
So where does, in your opinion, where does this go wrong? Like
first 3, insane. First 3, insane. Me, Joe Black, ugly.
Is ridiculous.
It's stupid.
It's fucking filthy. They're all the words that aren't so politically correct.
4016 building. It's a little bit of a dud for me.
This is my thing. Every album has songs that are lesser, even the best albums. I do agree that that's a song that is lesser, but I don't think that takes away from this album on a whole. I can still bump it.
Hollywood Gangsta, let me play it. It's a great track. Great track. Woo for the Children, I get it, it's cool, but like I'm okay. Wave Gods, you know how I feel about the A$AP Rocky Nas connection. Like I don't need to hear this, dog.
No, but I liked it.
It's not a bad track.
Premiere scratches, I liked it. Rocky did his thing.
It's not a bad track, but I'm just not looking for it. Like I'm not mad at it. So
I think we're kind of on the same page as far as 4016 being on the lesser end, but aside from that, there's not a weak link.
See, the thing is that 4016, I'm a little like, Woo for the Children, and Wave Gods, and out of 9 tracks, that's what I'm saying. I got 3. For me, Woo for the Children, not as much as a dud, but just for now, if you want to classify it as a dud, you know what I'm saying? 4016, Woo for the Children, and Wave Gods, duds, out of 9 tracks. So I'm down to 6 songs that I like.
I mean, if you look at the other albums, look at King's Disease. Look at King's Disease 1.
Yeah, it's like, 13 tracks.
Okay. Did you love everything on this album? Did you?
Yo, pretty much, dog.
I
literally, there's not one bad song to me.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you right now. I mean, this album obviously is fire. I like the kind of left field collaborations, and I feel like I'm not gonna stay too long on this because we're doing the Nas and HitBoy podcast all over again. But the full circle,
Hey
like,
boy, what up, boy?
for some, like, I don't know, man.
Yo, what is up with you on that track, bro? It's
Because-
a reunion, dog.
But yeah, but it's a reunion, exactly.
I know what
And
you're
you know, AZ went crazy, but that was not the proper reunion in my opinion.
Why?
The content matter, the beat. Like I want the firm reunion on the Thun beat, fire. Because they're all gonna go crazy, and they're all gonna just talk about shit like it's 1997. That shit, it was a great beat, but it brought something else out of them that we don't need to hear on a firm reunion. They're talking about like relationships and shit. But AZ went nuts. AZ is another guy that, man, and I've talked about countless amounts of times here, but he's someone that never really got his due respect. But he's also a guy who's aged gracefully on the super low in hip hop.
Yeah.
Because anything that he puts out to this day is still quality.
Yeah,
it's still fire.
And it's definitely
if you
still
know,
respected. Like
Still respected.
the great ones, if you will. Like
Yeah.
they still check for him too. And they still Lil Wayne did a feature on that album. He went stupid.
Yeah,
So okay, so your ranking is literally King's Disease 1 is the 4th best album. King's Disease 2, 3rd best. King's Disease 3, second best.
Yeah.
And fucking Magic, number 1.
Yeah, Magic and King's Disease 3 are like 1 and 1A, but if I had to edge it to, it would be to Magic.
Bro, Speechless, Meet Joe Black, and Ugly. That shit is insane, bro. You know what's crazy? So again, I was listening to these albums in preparation for the pod. Magic grew on me because when we did that Nas and HitBoy album, Magic was at the bottom for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember,
I
but
remember.
Magic grew on me. Pause. But my my ranking, okay, so I'm no question I have King's Disease 1, number 1. And honestly, it's hard, bro. Between 3, King's Disease 2, and Magic, dog. I have a really hard time. King's Disease 2, let's take a look. I got the track list right behind us.
Oh
the
my
pressure
fucking-
is stupid.
No, the
son.
pressure is stupid,
It's
but
insane. Talk to me. Store Run is fire. Moments
Store
is
Run.
fire. Nobody's a moment because Lauryn Hill's rapping.
yeah, y'all.
No.
That's all this thing. I didn't go back to this album in anticipation for the pod.
Yeah.
But God, fucking Lauryn Hill was rapping.
Lauryn Hill was rapping. Charlie Wilson sounds immaculate in every song
Always.
he does. Brunch on Sundays is a beautiful song. Count Me In.
Fuck with Count Me In.
I can't forget how that sounds like. Let me hear some. Smooth.
Nas is good. The outro for me, that was like.
Dude, okay, this is what I'm saying. Count Me In, Composure. I think My Bible. I think that's a little bit of a. Yeah.
Definitely did not want to hear Eminem on this album.
Oh, I was gonna get into that. Yeah, My Bible. I got it confused with another track. No, but see, look, dog. The only 40 side.
Yeah.
40 side.
Rare? Kidding me?
Yeah, no, very stupid. But okay, YKTV, Ace, A Boogie with the Hoodie and YG. I'm good. I don't need to hear that.
Yeah, me neither.
I just didn't need to hear that. And then after that, Store Run, pretty much all the way down is fucking.
Store Run was, I think, widely renowned as like the moment on this album.
So, dog, I have a hard time, bro. And King's Disease 2 is one that grew on me too, bro. Magic and King's Disease 2 grew on me listening to these albums, dog.
Yeah.
It just goes to
Signs of a good project.
100%. Okay, you did mention something that we gotta talk about. Mr. Lyrical, Miracle, Hysterical, I want some cereal.
Yeah, and I mean another thing that I've touched on this podcast before is like if you listen to that EPMD verse from a technical standpoint, you can tell that
I'm not putting it on, by the way.
Thank God. That he's a scientist with the way he studies the production and raps over the. But I don't want to hear that.
Me
shit.
neither.
I just don't. I didn't want to hear it then, especially next to someone like Nas, who kind of just collides over and floats over a beat. I don't want to hear someone who's like matching the hi-hats with their silhouette. Like, it's so precise that it just doesn't work for me.
What can he do? Because I'm with you. I don't want to hear you anymore, bro.
But the thing is that what I've
That's
moved
hate,
on.
but
What I've moved on from is that you're either gonna love Eminem or you're not gonna love Eminem. Like, so for the people that have loved Eminem always, they hear shit and they're like, I mean, there are some Eminem fans I know that kind of like dwindled off, but for the most part, they'll ride with anything M does. They'll still love the verse because he's, you know, in their eyes, there's nothing Eminem could do that will make me like, oh, I fuck with this, because I can't get with it. I don't know what it is. That's
as far as rapping skills, technical rapping skills,
yeah.
We know that he's one of the best.
Course.
He's one of the best. But why is that not translating? Is it the way he's using it? Like, he's obviously, we just did a lyrical miracle.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need to hear you every song doing that.
For one, the music isn't good anymore. I mean, the music isn't good. What he's rapping about, his content matter. Nobody really wants to hear it. Like, it's either, you know, he's going into fantasy land and he tries to dip back into like the 1998 bag of like, you know, Rihanna with a katana, and it's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't want to hear it, but like I said, Eminem is not rapping for people like me who want to hear what I want to hear. He's rapping for his core fan base, which is the largest of probably any rapper in the world. So, respect to him, not for me. There's nothing he could do. I mean,
the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because like I want to say that he gets hate. Right now I'm the perfect example. Like, I'm hating, but why? He's one of the pillars of rap, of hip hop, dog.
I mean,
this is what I'm saying.
We can take that from a lot of angles, though. I mean, the thing is, the obvious standpoint is he's the Great White Hope. He's the Elvis Presley of hip hop to some, and that's not something I subscribe to. I think that Eminem is a dude who really loves this shit.
Oh yeah,
studied
100%.
all of it.
Yeah.
He's not someone who came in here like a fucking vulture.
Culture
he really
yeah,
lived this shit,
right.
and he loved it. And
yeah.
So that's not something I subscribe to, but I think that that's a source of a lot of the hate. But I also think it comes down to like relatability for a lot of people. The shit that he's rapped about, even from jump, like killing his mother, and you know, different, I guess, more mental health based stuff at the time that he came out. People weren't really fucking with it like that. And then the thing is like, when you listen to music, and you know me, like, I love a good pen as much as anyone else, but it has to also be enjoyable to listen to. I'm not just
100%.
gonna listen to, you know, fucking someone go off lyrically all day. Like, I feel like when he goes in the studio, his primary thing is, I'm about to rap my ass off with no real consideration for the music in and of itself. Yeah, and I think primarily he just has no consideration for the music, where he just wants to go into the studio, he wants to rap his ass off, and I think he's just doing this almost, you know, to keep flexing that muscle, which is cool for him, like, but it's not appealing to most, in my opinion, outside of his base. It's just, so I think that's it. I think, you know, he's a little out of touch. This guy, you don't see him anywhere.
No, yeah, literally.
You know,
literally.
he's never anywhere, and
It's just again, like I keep saying, he's one of the pillars in hip hop. Like, we know his rapping technical skills, but like, it's just not translating. And my friends have told me that like I'm hating, and I don't think I'm hating because I know that you see it in the same light as me. But we're just coming from a standpoint of like, we just want to hear what we think should be like aiding hip hop and like, you know, like uplifting it and like, you know, like inspiring hip hop. And it's just like, we know you can rap your ass off already. Like, we don't need to hear that anymore. We want you to just like reinvent yourself. I don't know what that looks like, but reinvent
but some
yourself.
people, like, some people have reached their apex, and there is no reinvention after that point. That's the reality also. And I know that there's someone with a pack of Newports, a dirty white beater, and a Monster Energy drink that might be listening to this
In South Dakota?
somewhere, and they are cursing our name. And they'll kill over Eminem. He might as well be Jesus Christ. So
definitely don't want that. But if you listen to this episode, we appreciate you. Hit that like, hit that like button. Rate and review the start the podcast. Okay, so I never officially gave you my ranking of the Nas HitBoy era. So let me not leave you hanging. So again, King's Disease 1, undeniable for me, their best album. I don't know. See, I don't know, bro. I want to put Magic last because of the fucking track list and me not liking 3 songs. But then when you just put it like it's still like 85%, now I'm like kind of fucked up. Dude, I think I'm gonna have to put King's Disease 2 right behind King's Disease 1. I'm confident with that. And that's crazy because King's Disease 2 in the past, I didn't like it as much. And this shit just grew on me, bro.
Yeah.
Again, now Magic and King's Disease 3, that's where I'm having a hard time.
At the other end of the...
Right, yeah, the second half of the... Yeah. I think I'm gonna go Magic number 3. And King's Disease 3 number 4.
Interesting.
I think
But
so.
but that's the thing is like... All 4 of these albums are ridiculous and you just have to rank them. Like, you know, the way we just spoke about King's Disease 3, and it's number 4 on your list, but it just speaks to like the quality of this saga. So,
bro, yo, this is, and I'm not saying this is the end of an era, because no, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be dropping more stuff. Like you said, it's probably not gonna be called King's Disease 4, but they're gonna drop some project kind of going along the same route as calling it Magic, you know, like a different name.
it's just, yeah, people haven't seen this in hip hop, man. Like,
Never.
that's the thing is, you know, you're used to, you know, the rock groups of like our parents' generation. You know, they may have done their thing in the early 70s and then resurfaced in the late 80s or even the early 90s with a quality project. But you don't really see that in hip hop, man, where it's widely celebrated outside. Like this King's Disease saga, it explores more than just the underground. There are people
100%.
on mainstream levels that really fuck with this album. And that's what I mean. It's like, we haven't seen that in hip hop, and nonetheless with an entire saga, not just one album. So
Yeah, 100%.
man, this is
Yo, so Nas and HitBoy, obviously you got 2 major fans over here. We're always gonna be checking out what you guys are gonna be dropping, and hopefully you guys are gonna keep dropping more stuff.